Alright, something a little bit different today actually. We're going to look at a game that I played in my Tier 9 USS Iowa a while ago. I did submit this replay to people to post up, but I haven't seen any videos on them. Figured I should cover it anyways, myself. It's a game that I played. Whether or not I remember what the hell I was thinking during this game is different. Won't give it away, what goes on in this game, but we'll kind of, watch and adjust as we go. Of course, I am platooned up with my great friend and sometimes incompetent sailor, Zane. We are both running our Iowas. It's a double Iowa platoon, or division, actually, in World of Warships, sorry. Of course, I'm rocking my patriotic camo because I am a very patriotic person. And, of course, Iowa is my home state, so this is a very amazing ship that I love. My Iowa is pretty kitted out. I'm not running the top hull in this replay. I just recently got that. So this replay is without the third hull. I have all the health and all that stuff, but I don't have the rudder shift, I believe, is the only thing that the third hull. There might be an AA change on that third hull too. Anyways, Zane and I decide we are going to go to A. And let's see, can I bring up... Yeah, I can bring up the team competition. So this is the composition of our team and the enemy team. Of course, this is an all Tier 9 match on the Loop Domination map. Zane and I are in Tier 9 Iowas. We are accompanied in battleships by Lyon, Jumbart, Frederick the Great, Seattle, Riga, Rune, Fletcher, Jutland, Kitakaze, Ostrogotland. Of course, then there's the Georgia, Jumbart, Pommern, Soyuz, Seattle, Neptune, Ibuki, Fletcher, Kitakaze, Udaloy, and in Ostrogotland on the enemy team. And so I get my first shots out against a Svesty Soyuz. I figure out that he is not traveling at full speed. So those first shells do not connect with him. And then now, as you can see, a cyclone is coming in to this game. That is a lovely thing to see. Not really. I play the Iowa a little bit differently than I think the meta actually is for the Iowa. I think it's sit back, use your detection range, shoot, get away, keep range. I don't play necessarily like that. I play a mid-range, using my detectability to help me not get killed immediately. The Iowa's not very tanky, and there we get a nice 28,000 damage salvo against the flat side of the Pommern. Of course, those German BBs, susceptible to AP pens at range, not necessarily citadels. So with 7 hits, you're averaging, the 4K per penetration hit in the Iowa. I do follow my shells in, kind of get a glimpse of how much I'm getting on them, and then we only get 5,300 against the Soyuz. Of course, the shells did land a little bit to the rear, so not great aiming on my part. Give them just trying to figure out the lead on that Soyuz would have helped get those shots better. Here I'm thinking about trying to get the shots on him. I think I do take those. I don't think these connect. Because, he's behind the island, he's sailing away. But it's better to take those chances when you got them, because the Pommern wasn't any better of a shot in the back there, in my opinion. If we could kill the Soyuz early, it was better than that Pommern at range. So, of course, with the cyclone coming in, visibility will get reduced gradually down to 8 kilometers at one point. So here we need to clean up our side and then eventually go help out the other sides. So that smoke screen up ahead has a there's a Kitakaze, there's a Neptune up here. The Kitakaze, I believe, is going to die to a torpedo here from either the Jutland or the Fletcher. As you notice, I do like to honk the horn on the Iowa. It's a nice, deep-sounding horn. Yes, the Kitakaze died to a torp, not before destroying our Fletcher with also another torp. Of course, you see on the mini-map the Lyon Actually, it's the Lion in this case. And Zane in the other Iowa pushing hard towards the flank, and I am kind of in a little bit more. The reason for this, at least in my mind, was if something wants to turn to angle against me, they have to give broadside to Zane, or if they want to angle against Zane, they have to turn broadside to me. Here we get really nice, 6 shots out, we get 4 hits, and 2 of them happen to be Citadels on that Neptune. The Neptune almost dead on that initial salvo, and here I decide, I see that, I believe it's an Ibuki on my right, and the Neptune and the Ibuki both have torps, so I'm pushing in towards them, giving the least small profile, allowing me to, you know, maybe get around torps. And shots out on the Neptune, center of the ship, a little bit to the rear. Nuke him out of existence. 3 hits, 2 Citadels again. And now I reload, push towards the Ibuki. I'm swinging my rear turret out to try to maybe get the rear turret to fire, because the Ibuki was not targeting me at the time. Get that rear turret out. Not great shot, I just wanted to get it out quick. I get 1 pen. There's the Neptune torps. I believe we're going to outrun them. And here's... I'm waiting to get good shots against the Ibuki, or at least better shots. So I hold my salvo because I know he has torps, and he's probably going to want to launch them at me. There he's turning, launch it, and prepare to... I start slowing down in anticipation of the torps that don't come. So there's 2 ships right there, both devastating, striked out of existence. 5 Citadels, 2 kills, 26 hits, 114k damage, and 4 secondary hits already in this game. And that's only, you know, 3 ships down on the enemy team, and we've killed 2 of them. And a lot of the enemy ships are still healthy. Cyclone is going to start slowly in, and I've barely taken any damage this game. And so we're going to start pushing across. We've already got this cap. No point in sitting here. And with the Cyclone, we're going to do some risky maneuvers. So I'm going to take some long-range shots here, I think, while I can. But they are not going to be very good long-range shots. Still working on my accuracy. I changed from a static sight to the dynamic sight, but I'm also still trying to judge ship speeds. That's another problem I'm having. I've played this game since closed beta, back in like 2015, but I haven't played a lot. I've only played like less than 1,000 games since closed beta. Before closed beta, I think I'd played maybe like 500 games. I had gotten to the Iowa in closed beta before it went to open. Shots out on the Savetsky Soyuz. I don't think they were gonna do very good when I shot him, because he is slightly angled towards me. But I didn't figure I was gonna get shots on that Seattle either, because he's sailing away from me. So I took the shots on what I had as an available target. Did about, 4K. It'd been better if I had HE probably in that situation to maybe try to get a fire, force him to use a damage con or something. If you notice on the left, there is a smoke screen. That is one of the destroyers. I believe the minimap says the Fletcher. So the destroyers are going to be what caused me a lot of pain this game. But there's a sideways on Savetsky Soyuz. I don't care if it's Russian or not. When you're sideways on, bad shots on my part. I get 9 shots off. Only 6 of them hit. But we get like 2 or 3 Citadels there for 35,000 damage. Took out his engine for a second. He's going to feel that one. Like, I don't care who you are. If my aim was a little bit better, a little bit more forward on him, he would have felt it. He does manage to take out my forward number 1 turret. So I just fire the rear and the 2nd turret on John Bart before the Cyclone takes him out of my vision. And we get 1 penetration for 4K. So of course now the Cyclone is going to be taking full effect, and our spotting range will be reduced all the way down to 8 kilometers. So I decide this is the best time for me to start pushing inwards. The Iowa is not a bad ship unless somebody gets your flat sides. If you allow them to get your flat sides, you're going to get smacked. Notice that one of our teammates that's already dead says, "Man, Team Green sucks tonight." You know, I feel that some days. You know, that happens. But we'll see. Is this game a win or a loss? We'll kind of see as the match goes on. All I know is this is my best game in the Iowa I've ever had, and it was very exciting to play it. Best match I've had, period, in World of Warships ever since I've started playing. A lot of it comes down to luck. You know, the luck of the draw, what actually is going on. The position of our team's not great. We do have a lot of us bunched up here in the middle, and then there's a Frederick the Great out in the far back, running away from, I think, a destroyer and another battleship. But I am pushing towards where that spotted position the Soyuz is, but also trying to, like, pay attention to surroundings. I'm watching the mini-map more so than my actual sailing, just to kind of see what pops up and where I need to be in order to get some more damage. So at this point in the game, we're, you know, 11 minutes in, I've done 158,000 damage, 2 kills. Probably could have killed that Soyuz if I had aimed a little bit better, but, you know, it is what it is. And then, all of a sudden, a Palmern comes up at less than 8 kilometers. You may be thinking, Brandon, Palmern has torps, and I do slam on the brakes, because that could end. There's multiple opportunities in this game where my game would have been ended, and it would have stopped me from getting the results that I did. So Palmern, he's coming out perfectly for me. 6 shots into his flat side. Of course, 5 penetrations. 1 didn't hit, which confuses me. Of course, his secondaries are gonna, you know, lay into me. And if I had a little bit better aim, it could have maybe been a little higher damage, but I don't think so. I think that was about right for the amount of hits that I got. Of course, he's now... We are focusing. We're close enough where we can all shoot at the same targets. I'm watching for torpedo indicators, and... He widespreads them. 13k. I only got 5 hits again. 4 regular pens and 1 overpen. The 6th one's just off. And we get our high caliber, 191,000 damage. At this point, he's not targeting me. It's somebody else. And so I swing my rear turret out to try to get a little bit more damage on him. And there we go, 3 hits and 6k damage. Now we got a John Bart. This next shot, I didn't think I was necessarily going to get a good one. I don't remember. Yeah, I only got an 85 off 6 shots and 4 hits. I don't know if that came down to my aim or a little bit of RNG or maybe both. But I felt like I was a little robbed there on the damage on him. But of course, you know, sometimes it comes down to aim, sometimes it comes down to luck. I try to get the rear turret off on him. 7k, you know. 1 pen, 2 overpens. He doesn't have a lot of armor is his problem, and I think I'm going to try that shot. I might hold. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm going to hold that fire. I'm not going to actually just shoot him into his butt and then get overpens. There still is a destroyer over there, and that's what Zane's dealing with. And then all of a sudden the Soyuz is back, because I got spotted. And what does he do? He starts turning towards me. So all 9 turrets out, or all 9 shots out, and he's gone with another Citadel. I do take 10k in return, but I feel like that was a worthwhile exchange. You know, that's like the first major licking of damage. I've only used 1 damage control this game, and I'm calling out that there's a destroyer over there, because that's gonna be the destroyers are the easiest things to end my game. And so I start sailing away from that smoke screen, and then I get detected again. There's another enemy Palmern, and this one, he gets a unlucky shot against me. I start turning in as soon as I kind of saw him. Iowa rudder shift, not great, and he's bow onto me. In this situation, you know, like, AP isn't bad, because I believe this is where I get a decent, yeah, 11k, you know. I don't know if I would have did better with HE there. You get kind of lucky with the AP. And then another thing, I think it was another Palmern? Oh, this is a Georgia, sorry. This is the Georgia that I spotted here. The Palmern is over on the other side of the island. Now, I'm afraid this Georgia is going to ram me here. So I slam on the brakes. He's turning out. And I get the kill on him. You know, it wasn't too much damage left. And I immediately hard turn towards that Palmern. And yes, there is a destroyer on my right, but I am begging Zane behind me to see if he can do something about that destroyer. And there's 3 shots for penetrations on the Palmer for 13k. Just getting some lucky pens here in this game. I don't know if that's necessarily any skill related. I'm just kind of getting turrets off when I can. Now it's spin the ship around, get some turrets off. Those hits weren't as good, which is kind of disappointing. And now I'm kind of turning back in again. Thankfully, dodged the torps. I don't think those were well-aimed torps because they were well to the side of me. And at this point, the Palmer stops targeting me, which, you know, that's fine, because why would he continue to target me? And then he decides to target me as I say it. So we get another 8k off on him. We'll get one. I take a big lick of damage there, but at this point, I'm really just trying to ramp up my damage numbers and kill this guy quickly. So at this point, I start turning back in again. Time to, like, not let him kill me. And so, thankfully, teammates to the rescue. We still had the destroyer and Zane here to back me up. And so he fires AP into me. It does a fair damage, 6k. Crazy amount of damage there. And I believe Zane will finish him off with the next salvo, because he's behind an island. I can no longer shoot at him. Can't. Yeah, Zane's going to kill him with that next salvo there. So, with 1 ship remaining on the enemy team, the enemy destroyer, we know where he's at. He's capping A, which we kept at the beginning of the game. We are at 312,870 damage off of 93 hits, 8 citadels. Let's see. Yeah, 23 overpens, 65 penetrations, only 2 non-pens, and only 3 ricochets. We got 8 citadels, 4 destroyed, 42 secondary hits, 3 incapacitations, and we've even spotted people today. At this point, I reload HE, and I'm telling Zane it's like the only thing that can make this game any better is if I can maybe get this cracking. And you know, points were ticking up. We got 2 minutes left. He's captured A. He could run away. He could come and try to fight. We don't know. Chances are he might run away and just, live to fight another day. So we're pushing hard. Of course, this is one of the benefits of the Iowa. The Iowa is fast, 33 knots top speed. Faster if you put a CR mic flag on it. I do not. And we get lucky. The destroyer's here. So I take preemptive, hopefully, shots on him. And, of course, it's a destroyer, and I rushed into my shots, and I miss. Dispersion there also didn't look great, and, our Ostergotland's hitting him for a new one. And I'm sitting here, it's like, am I going to get this? Am I going to get this? Rush the rear turret shot, and, that's going to miss because he immediately turned, and it actually hit the island. And I'm not caring about this island I'm about to hit. I just fire my front turret, 6 shells, only 2 make it through, and I leave him on 200 health, and our Ostergotland kills him. So that's sad. And of course, I do have the results here. I do have them as screenshots, actually. So, of course, that game was a victory. We got 313,878 damage off of 94 target hits, 3 incapacitations, 4 destroyed, 8 hits to enemy citadels. We got 2 devastator strikes, a Confederate, and a high caliber. 594,000 credits, 12,405 XP. I don't even think this was my 50% game for the day. 1,400 free XP. Crazy, crazy numbers. Of course, we finished top of the team with 3,268 base XP. My highest by far. This is like the best game. I do not have these games regularly. This is the first game ever that I've had over 300,000 damage, and it'll probably be the only game I have over 300,000 damage. As of now, I average like 120,000 damage a game in the Iowa, but probably a lot of that's thanks to this 313,000 damage game. Of course, players on the enemy team gave me a lot of opportunities to shoot them. Our Ostergotland played well, survived to the end of the game. Also had 4 kills. And then finally, this kind of a simple breakdown there. 306,000 of that damage came from primary guns. Only 7,000 came from those 42 secondary hits. No aircraft carrier this game. Also probably made that very easy on me. Did 69,000 damage to the Soyuz. Did almost 70,000 damage to the one Palmer. 56,000 damage to a Neptune. Another 50,000 damage to the other enemy Palmer. I had so many opportunities in that game, and you know, it comes down to luck. I don't really think there was a lot of skill in that game. I came down to a lot of luck and RNG rolls in my way. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this game. If you'd like to see more World of Warships contents, please let me know down below by liking and commenting. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Shut up and sit down.